Hi beautiful people, welcome to another video. I've just come back from the gym, so I'm all sweaty and hot and worn out, I guess. I just wanted to stop in this amazing place. I was driving past, cruised down these in the middle of these beautiful rice fields down to this beautiful spot here by a little river and amongst these lovely fields and bushes behind me. So I'm kind of blessed in Bali. There's so many amazing spots to just stop and take in the beautiful nature here and enjoy peace and quiet. So I want to talk a little bit about emotional intelligence, which is week 3 in my online course. And it's really, really important, that we allow ourselves to get in touch with our emotions. Now, most of us are taught the opposite from day one. We're taught that it's not okay to feel. It's not okay to feel sad. It's not okay to feel angry. It's not okay to feel upset. It's not okay to feel hurt or lonely or isolated. And generally the only things that we are allowed to feel is happy or glad or excited. It was definitely the case for me as a child. And the first thing we tend to do with people when they're feeling down or they're feeling sad is we try to make them feel better. And we do this with kids as well. As soon as they're feeling down, we try and make them laugh. We try and, cheer them up. We go and get them something. We try and fix them. And the message they get there is, somebody's trying to fix me, then I must be broken. It's not okay. Then the message they get is it's not okay for me to feel this way. And we all get those messages, yeah? Let alone that, we also get teased and bullied and picked on as kids, if we're down and if we're sad or if we're hurt, if we feel those things. Oh, toughen up, and this is the whole mentality that we're brought up with, toughen up. Somebody leaves you or they break your heart, oh, there's plenty more fish in the sea. So it's all jump back into the head. So it's taking ourselves out of our present moment, out of the body, and jumping us into the head where we get to justify everything, where we get to understand things and try and make it okay. But the truth is all of that hurt, that pain, that sadness, that emotion is suppressed, and it just keeps getting suppressed and suppressed and suppressed and suppressed and suppressed and suppressed and then till it gets to a point where it just can't be suppressed anymore and it starts to leak out the sides. So we sweep it under the rug and continue to sweep it under the rug until the rug won't hold it anymore, and then it starts to leak out the sides and we have to do something with it. So it's important to allow yourselves to express what's going on for you. So what is suppressed must be expressed. So if you allow yourself to express it, then it doesn't have to build up and build up and build up. And generally what happens is we'll build things up and then we explode, usually at the wrong time, at the person who's got least to do with whatever's going on for us. And it's the ones around us that are close to us that end up copying the brunt of it all, And anger, guys, isn't a feeling. So sometimes we think we can express anger, we allow the anger out. Now that's also important to do some anger work, but anger is the outcome of a whole lot of built up other emotions. Generally underneath anger there's sadness, there's hurt, there's powerlessness, helplessness, there's disrespect, there's lots of other things underneath anger there. So it's important to allow yourself to express the real emotion, what's really, really going on. And emotional intelligence, Pagi Bapak, just show you this beautiful farmer in the background there. Say hello. Saya mau cari rumah. Moment, yeah? Yeah, in a moment. I just finished video, yeah. Okay, 2 seconds, yeah? Yeah. Hang on. So, might as well check out the land while I'm here. So yeah, emotional intelligence is really, really, really important, guys. It's important to allow ourselves to express what's going on for us, because if we don't, we end up just getting so in our head, so like holding on, so repressed, so angry, so frustrated, and that doesn't serve us, it doesn't serve anybody around us. So it's important to allow ourselves to express that. Now the other thing when we do that is we also allow people in. So a lot of us, we're so busy in our heads and we're trying to fix things and we can work it all out on our own, is that we don't allow other people to come in and actually help us. When you're emotionally intelligent, you allow people in, like people can relate to that. People can't always relate to what's going on in our head. They can, look, we human beings are the same in essence, but we are different in reality, or we're different in experience. The essence that we're the same in is we all know what it feels like to feel hurt, to feel sad, to feel depressed, to feel lonely, to feel isolated. We all know what those feelings are like, but we don't all know what each other's experiences are like. So that's where we connect as human beings, and when we allow ourselves to be that way, it gives other people permission to do the same. So this whole be tough, and especially in Western society, I was growing up with that, oh, boys are meant to be tough, it's not okay to be sensitive, it's not okay to feel sad, it's not okay to feel, basically. So we drink it away, we go out and we pretend that we're tough, and we have to try and work things out on our own all the time. And this is why, like, there's such a high suicide rate, guys, and let alone a high suicide rate, but 80% of all suicides in Australia were male. 80% of suicides. Now, any suicide, like one suicide is too many. I think there were over 4,000 suicides in Australia last year. And 80% of them are male. That really saddens me, It saddens me that anyone would have to, that's the only out that they have, the only outlet or the only escape that they have. 99% of the time, I believe it's because they had no one to talk to, no one to express what was really going on inside for them. And sometimes it's the people that are, that we think the least would do it. We think these people have got it all together, they have a good job, they're successful, they have money, they look like they're doing really, really well, they look like they've got lots of friends in their life. And the truth is, sometimes that's a big pressure to uphold. That's a big... it's a big, it's a big task for them, So who do they get to talk to? Who do they get to share when they're really down or when they're feeling scared and isolated? A lot of coaches and healers, also experience this as well, because the old paradigm, the old thinking is, I can't share what's really going on for me because people will think that I'm not good at what I do. So if I'm not, if I'm a good coach, I'm meant to have my shit together. That means I'm meant to not struggle. I'm meant to not feel pain, sad, sorrow, lonely. That's bollocks. That's really unrealistic. I feel down. I feel hurt. I feel stuck. I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. Absolutely no idea. But I know how to get myself out of that sometimes as well. And I know how to feel that. And I know how to feel that I have no idea what it's doing, what I'm doing, sorry. I know how to feel what that feels like the hurt, the sadness, the loss in that. And that's okay, I'm allowed to feel like that. And then I can help other people who feel like that. So when people think that we've got it all together, how do they relate to that? I mean, people can't relate to somebody having it together all of the time, because none of us have it together all of the time. I don't care who you are. Even the Dalai Lama doesn't have it together all of the time. He struggles just like all of us do. So emotional intelligence, guys, how much is in your emotional bank account? I grew up having not even 2 cents worth in my emotional bank account because that's what I was taught, and that wasn't okay. Now I at least allow myself to get in touch with that as much as possible. And that's the way out, guys. That's the way... Look, that's the way to connect with your inner child. That's the best way to connect with that little kid that's inside of you, is to allow, because they're the ones who are feeling, like it's the adult in the head who tries to fix everything and make everything okay and try to escape all the time. And we use things like drugs and alcohol and food and work, busy, busy, busy. We use gym, we use yoga, we use everything we can to try and escape what we're feeling, instead of just to sit and feel it and be with it. It doesn't generally last. We think, oh my God, I don't want to open that can of worms because I'll never know how to close it, or I won't know what to do with it. But the truth is, it doesn't last forever, like it just comes out, and you have moments of, getting it together again, and then maybe, maybe you'll open up again and express some more. And look, I had fucking 40 years worth just about of built up emotion in my system, and when I started to let it out, it was like there were times where I thought it was never going to stop. But of course it's going to stop. I just had too many years of of the stuff that was built up that needed to come out. So I just wanted to share that and share this beautiful, beautiful part of paradise that I'm in. I hope you're having an amazing day, guys. Stay tuned if you want more information on my online program. I will put it in the comments below. I'll put a link in there for you. So take care, have an amazing day.